we people have already learned, you people have already coded the experiments for the ER model. So ER model is nothing but the entity relationship model, and what that entity relationship model talks about, it talks about the relation between the entity, it talks about the relation between the entity and the attributes. So that relation we are representing in the ER model, and that we are using for the, what I can say, the what I can say, for the software purpose. Means whatever the interconnections are there between the different schemas, to indicate that relationship between the different schemas, we are using the entity relationship model, ER model. So if I conclude, ER model is used to what I can say, make the interconnection to communicate between the different entities, we use the ER model. But in dimensional model it is not the case. In dimensional model, the dimensional model deals with the performance issues, because whatever the queries we are performing, how to improve those performance in the data warehouse, that for that we use the dimensional model. So as the name itself suggests, the dimensional model is used to deal with the performance issues in the queries, or how to improve the queries, the performance of the queries in the data warehouse, that the dimensional modeling or the dimensional model takes care. Okay, so these are the two models we are having. First one is ER model, second one is dimensional model. So ER model is more specific to a particular database, I can say, and dimensional model, it is also related to a particular database, but it takes care of the performance, whereas ER model doesn't take care of the performance, only it deals with the, what I can say, interconnection between the different entities. Okay. Now, so let me come to the actual, what I can say, the actual definition. So the dimensional model is used to deal with the performance issues related to the large queries in the data warehouse. Okay, it provides a method to improve the query performance while generating the reports. This is very important. It generates the reports, whereas in ER model we are not able to generate any kind of reports, but in dimensional model we are generating the reports to improve the performance of the queries, right? But this we are doing at the cost. Whenever we are generating the reports, to save those reports will be requiring the extra storage space, right? So this dimensional modeling deals with generating the reports of the large queries in the data warehouse, but at the cost of the extra storage space, because whatever the reports it will generate, those reports I need to store uh, on some physical storage, so extra storage space will required. Okay, then now we'll see the difference between the ER model and dimensional model. So here you can see I am having the ER model, and here you can see I am having the dimensional model, right? So the difference between these two we are going to talk about. So the first difference is, in the ER model you can see ER model is used for the normalization purpose, right? Mean to say, whenever there will be an interconnection between the entities, it will be indicated by ER model. And in other words, if I want to tell you, it is used for the normalization purpose, or in ER model, normalization is the rule, or normalization is the key, right? Where in dimensional modeling it is not the case, because no such rule exists in the dimensional modeling, because dimensional modeling doesn't talks about the interconnection. In phase of that, it talks about the performance, it talks about the reports, where the one some kind of reports will get generated. Okay, then the second point is, the focus is on software, because whenever we talks about the entity and relationship model, there we are having the architecture, there we are keeping a view on architecture, we are keeping a view on developer, we are keeping a view on software as a there a software as a issue we are considering, or developer as an issue we are considering. But in dimensional modeling, the total focus is on user. User ला काय पाहिजे यावर फोकस असतो. बिकॉज डायमेन्शनल मॉडेलिंग वेनेवर नाव ॲज सून ॲज वी मूव फॉरवर्ड, जसं जसं आपण पुढं जाऊ तसं तसं तुम्हाला समजेल की व्हॉट ॲक्च्युली अ डायमेन्शनल मॉडेल इज. बट डायमेन्शनल मॉडेल फोकसेस ऑन युजर, व्हॉट एव्हर द युजर नीड, युजरला काय पाहिजे, दॅट दिस डायमेन्शनल मॉडेल टेक्स केअर. ओके, इट डझंट फोकस ऑन सॉफ्टवेअर की या सॉफ्टवेअरमध्ये एवढे व्हॉट आय कॅन से these many strictness are there that I need to take care. It is not the issue. In ER model, everything or whatever we do, that we need to do in terms of a specific architecture, in terms of a developer. We are not considering a user as a stakeholder, right? ER model, whenever we are doing ER modeling, for that purpose we are not considering user as a stakeholder, where in dimensional modeling we are considering only user as a stakeholder. Then number 3, here in ER model there will be no redundant data. If there is a redundant data, the query will not get executed, or it will show some kind of inconsistencies. But in dimensional modeling, there can be a large number of redundant data, because we are storing the data in the data warehouse. So there is a possibility that, not the possibility, there always be a redundant data in the data warehouse, and this dimensional modeling deals with that redundant data. Okay, whereas in ER model no redundant data is allowed, or if the redundant data is there, there will be very less amount of redundant data will be there. But in dimensional modeling, the redundant data will be more, of course, because we are dealing with the data warehouse. Okay, and number 4, it works on the small amount of data. Yes, ER model, it works on hardly a small databases, because it is roughly in terms of MBs. जो डेटा असतो, जे टेबल्स असतात ते टेबल्स हार्डली इन MBs, in few MBs, right, or in GBs. But whenever we are coming to the dimensional model, the dimensional model is used in data warehouse, and the data warehouse, you know how much big it can be, up to 1 terabyte starting from 100 GB, right? And ER model is not of 100 GB, right? ER model is roughly 1 GB, 2 GB, like that. So whatever the tables, whatever the database we are dealing with, those databases are very small. That's why in the ER model deals with very small amount of data, whereas the dimensional model deals with a large amount of data. Okay, so this is the difference between the ER model and the dimensional model. Which are the points we have discussed? I will repeat it in a quicker way. The first one is, here normalization is the rule. Here normalization is the rule, because in ER model, or we are dealing with the interconnection of the entities, and in dimensional model there is no such case where we need to deal with the entities, and there is no rule for the normalization. Okay, and here in ER model, normalization is the rule means what? As soon as we go from what I can say, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form, right, that is Boyce code normal form. So these normal forms, as we move upward, it is difficult to maintain the normalization. So it will be if you see a real life example मध्ये fourth normal form will be, what I can say, very hardly, with a very rare case, that as we go upward from first normal form then up to the fourth normal form, then it will be very hard to achieve the normalization, right, to achieve the, what I can say, the fourth normal form. So hardly, whatever you are dealing, whatever the normal the day-to-day life, there you will be seeing that number of databases will be hardly in second normal form, and some of them will be in third normal form. It will be a rare case where you will be getting a fourth normal form, because the dependencies, the whatever the dependency, the data dependencies are there, that should be less. So if I want to do the data dependency at very lower level, then it will be very difficult to get that data. So that is the problem in the ER model. that we need to talk about the normalization, but in dimensional modeling it is not the case. Then the focus is on the software, of course, the software architecture and the developer, not on the user. Here in dimensional model it is on the whole focus on the user, because the user is the only stakeholder. Then less or no redundant data will be there in our ER model. And here, as we are dealing with data warehouse, there will be a large amount of redundant data. Then number 4, here it works on the small amount of data. Definitely, as we are dealing here in the dimensional model, we are dealing with the data warehouse, so the amount of data will be very large. Okay. Then so whatever I have told you in terms of this, just now I have elaborated, those have been written in terms of points. You can see here, ER model is what I can say more flexible. It is not flexible. ER model is not flexible because it makes it difficult to implement for an organization, right? Whereas dimensional modeling is more flexible because different design patterns are issued, or the different design issues or different design patterns can be used to achieve the business goals, right? As I have told you the first point, that it is the normalization is the rule, but here in ER model, the what I can say, the normalization we can't, it if we apply the normalization, then it will be very difficult for an organization to implement the database. But if I am using a dimensional modeling, then there are different design patterns are there which I can use, right, depending on my business goal. Then here if I talk about the second point, then it is main focus is on the software architecture. Just now we have talked about this. Then it deals with the large amount of redundant data which comes this the wherever we are talking about data warehouse, in data warehouse the data comes from the various sources, like operational data, external data, internal data, then archived data. So from these many sources the data comes, right? That's why it will be very difficult to, what I can say, it will be very difficult to remove the redundancy, because the data is coming from many sources. But if I am talking about ER model, the data will come from only one source. So if I am getting a data only from one source, then it is quite obvious that the data will not be redundant. Okay. Then one more thing, is that whenever I will be talking about large amount of data, you can see the large amount of data can be, what I can say, can be read most of the time. And for that we use what? We use the fact tables. And what do you mean by fact table? What do you mean by dimension table? That we are going to talk about. Okay. So these are the differences. Now I'll do one thing. I will record a separate video now because already 15 minutes are over.